हरि ओम् अपीतकुचाम्बास्तोत्रं श्लोका नम्बर् 3 शीतांशुकोटिसुषमाशिशिरैः कटाक्षैः अव्याजभूतकरुणारसपूरपूर्णैः कर्पूरधूलिमिव दिक्षु समाकिरद्भिः अम्बक्षणं स्नपय मामरुणाद्रिमान्ये शीतांशुकोटिसुषमाशिशिरैः कटाक्षैः अव्याजभूतकरुणारसपूरपूर्णैः कर्पूरधूलिम् इव दिक्षु समाकिरद्भिः हे अम्ब क्षणं स्नपय मां हे अरुणाद्रिमान्ये. Dikshitar is calling out to Devi, hey Amba, hey Arunadrimanye. Adri, Achala, Parvata, Giri, all these mean mountain. Arunadri means it is Aruna in color. We already saw in the story also. Arunachala mountain. The mountain is red in color representing fire. So Arunadri Manya. Manya is someone who is honorable, respectable, and the Madri. So one who is worshipped at Arunachala Kshetram, or one who is the honor of Arunagiri. Devi's presence makes that kshetram itself very honorable. She is the pride of that kshetram. So in that artham it will come. So the Dikshitar is calling her out. Manya becomes Manye in Sambodhana Prathama. So Dikshitar is calling out to Devi. Hey Amba, hey Arunadri Manye. என்ன சொல்றார் கூப்பிட்டு? शीतांशु कोटि सुषमा शिशिरैः अव्याजभूत करुणा रसपूर पूर्णैः कर्पूरधूलिमिव दिक्षु समाकिरद्भिः कटाक्षैः क्षणं मां स्नपय. In last shloka he said, you place your feet on my shiras. In this he is saying, with your kataksham. How is your kataksham? Koti Sheetamshu. Sheetamshu means referring to Chandra. He has very, Amshu means Kiranam. Cooling rays he has. So Sheetamshu is a Paryayavacha Shabda for Chandra. One moon itself is very cooling. Here Dikshitar says Koti Chandra. Koti here in Sanskritam refers to countless. Enniladangada. Although Sahasram means 1000, Koti means 1 crore. Like these numbers are there. Generally they mean countless in Sanskritam. Why? Because sometimes we also say, right, I told you 1000 times. That means we have not told literally 1000 times. Just means that we have said so many times. Right? Like that. Here countless is the artham we have to take. So Dikshitar says, Koti Chandra Sushama Shishiraihi. Koti Chandra Sushama means Parama Shobha, exquisite beauty, and Shishira means the coolness. So how is Devi's Kataksham? It is like countless number of Chandra of exquisite beauty or incomparable beauty and coolness. Furthermore, how is her Kataksham? Avyaja Bhuta Karuna Rasapura Purnaihi. Vyajam means we need a reason to be compassionate towards somebody. Devi is not like that. She doesn't need a vyajam. She doesn't need a reason to be compassionate towards her bhaktas. So, avyaja bhuta karuna rasam. Her karuna rasam is very swabhavikam to her. Whether they are bhakta or not a bhakta, for her, karuna rasam is very swabhavikam, very natural to her. And she doesn't need a reason to be compassionate towards someone. And how much measurement of this Karuna Rasam does Devi have? Can we measure it? How much is it? Means Pura Purnaihi. It's overwhelming. We cannot measure it. Right? It's a Sagaram. She is a Karuna Sagara. Such is her Kataksha Pravaham. Overflowing with Karuna Rasam. Furthermore, how is her Kataksham? Karpura Dhulimiva Dikshu Samakiradbhihi. We all know what is Karpura. In English we say camphor. Karpura Dhulim means, Dhuli means dust. Karpura Dhuli means like Karpura powder or Karpura dust. What is it? Her Kataksham is like the Karpuram that is sprinkled in all directions equally. And why Dikshitar is comparing her Kataksham to a Karpuram? Because Karpuram has both the qualities, that is Shishirata and Rasapurnata. So Devi's Kataksham is Karuna Rasapurna and Shishirata is there. So he is comparing. We already saw in the first Padam how her Kataksham is very cooling like the Koti Chandra. We saw that. And in the third Pada, Dikshitar says Karpuramiva, Karpura Dhulimiva, because Karpura has both the qualities of Shishirata and Rasapurnata. Hence, he says that her Kataksham is like the Karpura Dhuli that has been sprinkled in all directions equally. She is not partial towards somebody or no favoritism here, because she doesn't need a vyajam. We saw, right, in the second pada. She doesn't need a reason to be compassionate. So her Kataksham is given to all without any partiality, equally, samanam. So what should Devi do with such a Kataksham of hers? Dikshitar is saying, Maam kshanam snapaya, ena kulpaatidu adla, abdingarar. Uru kshanam, bathe me in that. Or we can say, shower me with that Kataksham of yours. That is like countless number of Chandra of exquisite beauty and coolness, which is filled with or overflowing with Karuna Rasam, which is like the Karpura Dhuli sprinkled in all directions equally. With that Kataksham of yours, bathe me or shower me for a kshanam. He Amba, he Arunadri Manye. Tamil Solarunaka Arunachala Kshetratin Madipukkuriyavale, he Amba, Apdina Dikshitar Ambala Kuptu. உன் கட்டாட்சத்தினால் என்னை குளிப்பாட்டுவாயாக. எப்படிப்பட்ட கட்டாட்சம்? பரம சௌந்தரியமும் குளிர்ச்சியும் கூடிய எண்ணிலடங்காத சந்திர கிரணங்களால் வியாஜமில்லாத கருணரசம் பொழியக்கூடிய கருணப்பிரவாகம் பொருந்திய உன் கட்டாட்சத்தினால் எல்லா திசைகளிலும் சமமாக தூவப்பட்ட கற்பூரத்தை போன்ற ரசமும் குளிர்ச்சியும் கூடிய உன் கட்டாட்சத்தினால், ஹே அம்ப, ஹே அருணாத்ரி மான்யே, இப்படிப்பட்ட உன் கட்டாட்சத்தை என் மீது ஒரு க்ஷணம் பொழிவாயாக. இந்த ஸ்லோகம் this ஸ்லோகா is very similar to a shloka in Saundarya Lahari of Adi Shankaracharya, the 20th shloka. We'll see that shloka. किरन्ति मंगेभ्यः किरणनिकुरुम्बामृतरसं हृदि त्वामाधत्ते हिमकरशिलामूर्तिमिव यः स सर्पाणां दर्पं शमयति शकुन्ताधिप इव ज्वरप्लुष्टान् दृष्ट्या सुखयति सुधाधारसिरया. किरन्तीम् अङ्गेभ्यः किरणनिकुरुम्ब अमृतरसं हृदि त्वाम् आधत्ते हिमकरशिलामूर्तिम् इव यः स सर्पाणां दर्पं शमयति शकुन्ताधिप इव ज्वरप्लुष्टान् दृष्ट्या सुखयति सुधाधारसिरया. A bhakta who does dhyanam on Devi in this roopam. This roopam is explained as Amriteshwari roopam of Devi. A bhakta who does dhyanam of Devi in the Amriteshwari roopam, what happens to him is explained in the shloka. We'll see the meaning. Yaha means he who, the bhakta who, tvam, devim, iti arthaha. He who, the bhakta who places Devi in his hridayam, hridi means in his dhyanam, hridi tvam adhatte, placing Devi in his dhyanam, in what roopam? Himakara shilamurtimiva, placing her as the Himakara shilamurtim refers to the Amriteshwari roopam. That bhakta who places Devi in his dhyanam in this roopam, Amriteshwari roopam. How is this Amriteshwari roopam? Is explained in the first padam. Kirantim angebhyah kirananikurumbam mritarasam. That Amriteshwari roopam of Devi, her roopam is emanating, is flowing with Amritarasam. So such a bhakta who places Devi in his dhyanam as Amriteshwari roopam of Devi, that is emanating, that is giving out Amrita Rasam, what happens to that bhakta is explained in the third and fourth pada. Saha bhaktaha, saha, one who does dhyanam like this, saha shakuntadhipa iva sarpanam darpam shamayati. Shakunta means bird. Adhipa means king of birds. That is Garuda. He becomes fit like Garuda to destroy the darpam, garvam of all the sarpa means snake. What is the pride of snake? Their poison is their pride. So this bhakta can destroy that pride. That means he can remove the poison of snake bites. Not only that, sudhadhara siraya drishtya jvaraplushtan sukhayati. With his amrita drishti, he can cure people affected by any fever. So, to sum it up, a bhakta who does dhyanam of Devi in the Amriteshwari Rupam as Devi's Rupam emanating Amrita Rasam from all her angas, that bhakta gets the anugraham of Devi, that his drishti becomes filled with Amrita Rasam, and with this drishti shakti, he can destroy any snake bites like Garuda and also cure those who are affected with fever. தமிழில் சொல்லணுன்னாக்கா, எந்த ஒரு பக்தன் தன்னுடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் தேவியின் எல்லா அங்கங்களிலிருந்தும் அமிர்த ரசம் பிரவாகிக்கின்ற அந்த அமிர்தேஸ்வரி ரூபத்தை தியானிக்கிறானோ, அந்த பக்தன் தன்னுடைய திருஷ்டினால் கருடனைப் போல சர்ப்பங்களுடைய கர்வத்தை போக்குகிறான். அது மட்டும் அல்லாமல் அவனுடைய திருஷ்டி எப்படி இருக்கு இப்போ, சுதாதார சிறையா, அப்படியே அமிர்தம் வழிகின்ற திருஷ்டியாக அவனுக்கு மாறிடுது. ஏன் அப்படின்னாக்கா, தேவியை அமிர்தேஸ்வரி ரூபத்தில் தியானிக்கிறான். அப்படிங்கிறதுனால அவன் கண்ணில் அமிர்த ரசம் வருது. அப்படிங்கிறதுனால யாரை பார்த்தாலும், யாராவது ஜுரத்தில் பீடிச்சிருக்கா அப்படின்னாக்கா, அந்த திருஷ்டினாலேயே அவளோட ஜுரத்தை போக்க வல்லமை பொருந்திய திருஷ்டியாக ஆகிவிடுகிறது அந்த பக்தனுக்கு. இந்த ஸ்லோகத்துக்கு காருட பிரயோகம் அப்படின்னு பெயர். திஸ் ஸ்லோகா இஸ் கால்டு காருட பிரயோக. வாட் இஸ் த பிரயோஜனம் ஆஃப் திஸ் ஸ்லோகா இஸ், one who chants this shloka many times, many avartis have to be done, then Devi does anugraham to this bhakta that he is able to cure any snake bite or any visham for that matter, just as Garuda. And hence it's called Garuda Prayogam, this shloka. This is the prayojanam of this shloka. Not only visham, poison, but also fever. So this shloka has a similarity to our Apitakuchamba shlokam number 3. So I thought I will mention it here. Now we'll see the third shloka again from Apitakuchamba stotram. Sheetam shukoti sushama shishiraih katakshaiih avyajabhuta karuna rasapura purnaih karpura dhulimiva dikshu samakiradbhihi ambakshanam snapayamam arunadrimanye. Ram Ram Ram.